Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another video on my lovely Telehandler. Now, the weather, much like last time, hasn't really taken a break, but we have got some stuff done. So before we get into what I've got done, if you haven't done already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell, because you'll be able to find my videos every Tuesday and Friday. Now, I've got a terrible cold that has appeared from somewhere, probably because I've been outside in this shit weather all the time. But, ignoring the fact that I sound a bit like a muppet, not that that's anything new, we have actually made some quite good progress with this thing. So, in a minute, you'll see that I've painted the boom, and that's come out rather amazing. And then the elephant in the room is I've primed the cab and some other parts, which is pretty exciting, I would say. And just a few other smaller little details that we have completed. Now, the issue I've got, and the issue I'm going to keep having, is every time it rains, it gets very wet, because I'm not in a sealed unit. So what I need to do is get this next door into my workshop, which will be a bit more tight and a bit less well lit, but it does mean that I can paint in the dry, not outside, where everything is just getting drenched all the time. I'll give you a quick sneak preview of the boom. You'll see that more in a second. So yeah, I need to get it in the dry somewhere, properly in the dry, where it's not just going to keep getting absolutely drenched. But if you haven't seen, the cab is pretty good. Obviously it's sheeted up because obviously I was priming it, but the inside's pretty much done, minus the seat base and a mat, but that is pretty much done. Got all the door and that back. It's pretty good. So really, there's nothing left but to move on to the boom, I don't think. And yeah, we'll jump to me painting the boom now. Well, there's nothing left but to send it with some yellow. Give me,
give me that sunshine, sunshine. Give me them good times, good times. Nothing but good vibes, good vibes. Give me that sunshine, sunshine. Every day is a new beginning. Every day is a gift to hold up high. Everyone has a way to carry, everyone has a soul, so let it shine. Don't worry about the clouds, 'cause when the skies come out, give me that sunshine, sunshine. Give me them.
And it was all yellow.
Give me that sunshine, sunshine. Bring on the summertime. Bring on the summertime.
right, that is the boom painted. It's coming out quite nice. It's not quite this yellow that it is on camera in real life, but it's a pretty good finish. She's all pretty shiny. It's a much darker yellow. I don't know why it's coming up so weird on this. So as I was saying, it's much darker yellow to what it's appearing on here, but she's pretty shiny. Few little bits of stuff that's landed in it, but that'll just kind of wipe off because it's pretty dry. So that's got that bit done. So obviously got that bit painted because it needs time to go hard to be able to lift it back on the machine. I've just budget built this.
Wow.
Little bit where the rear arch sits. I've just used a load of fibre fill just to fill that, as well as these holes down here. That's going to get stone chipped anyway, so that doesn't matter. Filled this section here, nice. And that's about it for now. So my next task is probably to finish wire wheeling the cab, get the stone chip on, get it primed, or get it primed and then do the stone chip after. So I'm hoping to maybe probably get that primed tomorrow because it's not quite there yet. And then I've just got to figure out what I'm doing with these rams and clean all of this area up, get all the rest of the panels off, ready to be painted. Right, just quickly. If you've made it this far in the video, you're obviously a bit of a dedicated fan. Now, I wouldn't normally ask for this, but there's a thing called a super chat and a membership that's on YouTube. Most of you probably know about it. But basically, you can either donate or you can become a channel member. So if you become a channel member, you get like extra benefits. You get to see videos early, such and such, things like that. A super thanks is just a super thanks. You can donate however little or however much you want to. Now, I wouldn't normally ask for such things, but because this project has been quite an expensive one, as you can imagine, and the bill is spiralling a little bit out of control. But we will, at the end of this project, we will talk about how much it's actually cost. But if you do want to donate any money, there's the super thanks and there's channel memberships. Like I say, it'd be great to see you as a channel member, or just a super thanks. And anybody that gets a super thanks or puts a super thanks towards this lovely project of mine, I'm going to get a little plaque made, and you can have your name in a plaque on the inside, which will be permanent. So there you go. So obviously you don't have to, it's always going to be free. Keep watching, that's more than enough. But for those that do want to help me with this and have a little plaque inside of the cab that has your name on it, you know what to do. It's down here somewhere, near the comments section, I think, but hopefully you'll find it. And yeah, so thank you very much. We will move on. Right, next on the agenda is to try and clean this as best as we can. Don't know how well it's going to go. Got a bucket full of some nice water.
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds, and we're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming, we'll keep running, nothing in our way, and we got no reason to wait. Let the journey take you where it wants to. We'll continue to find our way through anything we face. We got what it takes. Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful.
A little bit of these pipes as well, if we can. Right, moving on. I've got this window all foiled up so I can wire wheel the rest of this bit, get rid of all this scabby stuff, and get all of that ready for primer all the way back through to there. None of that's dry yet, but we've got that as good as I could get it, which is pretty good. So yeah, I'm going to wire wheel this, get all this flaky stuff off, and then that's the cab pretty much ready for some primer in the morning. Right, I've been a busy boy. I have managed to sand some of this down. I've got a bit more filler work to do there, but I've sanded that. I've started to sand this part all down the underneath of there, which is getting stone chipped, which is lovely. Sanded that bit. Got obviously this wing and that done. And then the bit I was doing, I've managed to wire wheel and pretty much sand ready for primer. I've also managed to do some of the front, then underneath there as well, which is wonderful. Made a start coming down the front, down towards the axle. So, we're getting there. I look like a Smurf, proper yellow. But at least we're getting somewhere. Obviously, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but this came out amazing. So basically tomorrow, the first thing we're going to do is get it into primer. Well, finish the last bit of sanding, put a bit of skim of filler over that, and then tape up and mask up all of the grey. And then we're just going to shoot the cab with primer, and we're also going to do this section in primer. The front section, we'll probably prime up to that face and then leave that for now. Or we might just come in and prime that anyway. The primer doesn't matter because I can blend the primer in. So, for example, like there's primed, there's not, I can just blend that. It's obviously only the top coat that you can't be, you know, I can do the top coat to there, for example, and then do the next bit the next day because it would never blend. But the primer doesn't matter. My plan is to get the cab and around the cab in primer, and then probably get the rest of it sanded and in primer, and then work my way around it, painting it yellow. I'm not going to do it all in one go because it'd be too much work. So I will see you in the morning.
Here we go, with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins. Every step, writing stories that seek to be read, taking hold of the moment as we discover every color filled with wonder. Now we finally see we got everything we need. Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go, with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins. Here we go. Here we go. Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds. We're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming now. Here we go. All we need is an open road and a chance to see a never-ending world that's beautiful. Here we go, with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day.
Right, boys and girls, we've made it to the end, so we'll just have a quick recap of what I've done. So we've got all of this primed, we've got all of that area clean, ready for some stone chip. This is primed, but it's only had one sort of coat, so it needs an extra one. That's all primed, the wings repaired, that's come out quite nice. It's all primed down in there. All of this primed, all of that's primed, and this is, of course, painted yellow, which is wonderful. So on that note, I hope you've enjoyed. We'll see you in the next video, where hopefully we're going to get the rest of the machine primed and some yellow paint on the actual machine, and then we're nearing the end of what has been a very long project. But nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed. Leave any comments in the comment section below. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.